Hello everyone, Juicebags here, playing a little Dungeon Defenders again. You'll have to pardon my voice. I'm recovering from quite the flu and a bit of a cold in the mix as well, so I can't really breathe through my nose at the moment. Anyway, today we are going to look at weapon farming. Now, I know I did a co-op match with Toucan Sam on the King's game before, on Nightmare Hardcore mode, but I wanted to show everyone my solo strategy. I like to split screen it right at the last wave, that way I get two weapons out of the mix. Now what I'm really looking for here is a weapon for my Boost Monk. I've got a decent Transcendent weapon for him, but I'm hoping to get a Supreme or better. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, now as you'll see, I'm going to go ahead and start off on my Squire. I want to very quickly get some harpoons down and collect up just these first couple of chests. So wanting to do all this as quick as possible because I want to get some traps sent down and get my summoner out before the wave starts. So we're going to go with 3 harpoons up top here. And then I'm going to grab this chest since it's close by. And then I'm going to drop down onto this chest. Let's go ahead and get 3 harpoons right down here below. The harpoon guns are really going to do the bulk of the work during wave 1, so it's very important we get them down in a timely manner. The more time you have left to run around on your other builders, the better off you will be. No question. So now I'm going to run up here and dump my mana off and get out my monk. Now, the monk is a little bit quicker, so I'm going to go ahead and run around on him a little bit more and collect up some more mana. I like to start right off here at the top. And then just grab all these chests here. Alright, now that I got a little mana stacked up, we're going to go ahead and throw some auras down. And then hop on my summoner. My summoner is what I'm going to actually start the wave with. I like to try to center these auras right about in the middle of the crystal there. I'm going to go with Ensnare, Electric, and the Strength Drain auras, of course. I'm going to run up and do the exact same thing at the top. Now, one thing that kind of lets me know that my timing is about right is if I finish with the monk and I'm busting the summoner out with 60 seconds left. Now, as you see, I'm going to be a little bit behind that on here, but not too bad, so no big deal. Now, as you see, I didn't grab the other chest on the bottom there, just because I wanted to get right to it with the summoner here. Now, if you notice, I'm trying to get these guys right on the edge of the aura, essentially. I'm going to do this on both floors, just throwing in 2 archers for now. That way I have something to get the wave started with here. Using Overlord view, of course. Overlord for the win. Alright, now as the wave starts, it's going to take forever to summon. So I use that time while I'm casting the summon to try to get my archers in a little tighter pack. After I get 2 archers down on each side, I'm going to throw a mage in the mix. Hope my archers don't get their faces smashed in here. They're getting worked over pretty good, but the harps are taking care of business. And go ahead and tighten this pack up just a little bit now. Get ready down below, as I'm going to throw in 2 more mages in here. 1 on each side there. And I've already got a nice little tight pack started down here. The reason I want to keep these archers tight together is it makes for some shorter walls for the EV. Allows the EV to do a little bit more with fewer defensive units. So we're down to only 2 left in the wave, which is about decent timing. If I can manage to get this guy clicked over. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and come on out of Overlord and grab up some mana. And that gives me enough to slap down some more archers. You get some bugged spiders at the end of this map, so I figured what the heck, might as well take advantage of the time there. We're going to be busting out the EV next, so I want to make sure that my minions are squared away nicely here. All nice and neat and ready for the EV to put down some walls and buff beams. Now this is giving me quite the long break. It's usually not normal to have it quite this long. But whatever. I'll take it. Only 1 left, so... As soon as he dies off, this wave is over. It'd be really awesome if I was able to get all these guys down. Still have some spiders to lay. And that's what I use to finish off my defensive units, essentially. Get them up to the... We won't be all the way to the max, I don't think, on the summoner. But we'll be close. Alright, now let's get a couple of spiders in the mix. I like to put 1 up top facing this way. And then I'll put 1 right at the end of this line. I may have to move my... See, my sorceress is there. There we go. Alright, so let me go ahead and hop on the EV now. Only 102 on the minion units, but this is a pretty easy map to do. Now I am in mediocre gear on all these guys. My best character is my Jester, who's in full Transcendent or better. And that's how I'll be busting out here to get things buffed up. But let's run around, grab up some mana here. I've got 70 seconds, a little over 70 seconds left. Alright, so let's get a tower buff beam in on all of our rows of summoners, harps, whatever. Both of those 5 defensive units across. This one I might be able to get away with 4, yep. Sure will. I'm going to go ahead and get some reflective walls in while I'm down here. The reflective walls that we're putting along this side, you want to make sure to keep them to one defensive unit. They don't need to cover the whole way. Let's see, I can get away with one that way too. That's awesome. So now I've got seconds before the wave begins, so I'll just finish out this side as the wave is running. I think I may have screwed up on that one and made it 6 across. Now on this side of the top, you need to make it a little bit longer. Getting my butt chewed up a little bit here. Wait for those rockets to go down before I can get this built. So I like to start off just behind that post and then get it to the 2 defensive units distance. For this side is the only place where we use 2. This one I'm going to make it too wide there too. And then we're going to go with a physical beam right over on this side. And I'm going to go ahead and make that physical beam 4 defensive units wide. Then a physical beam right here as well. This one can be 3. You could probably get away with 2, but I kind of like to just milk it out for what it's worth. And then right in front of that physical beam right here, I'm going to go ahead and put a proton beam. See, should I go 3 wide or only 2 wide? I wonder. 2 is pretty short. But I could get away with it though. Let me try to center it as much as possible. Or you know what I want to do? Let me just sell that one off there. I'm gonna put them in an X here. I'm gonna make one shorter. See, I'll make that one 2. And then I'm gonna put another one here like this. And I'll make it 3. Makes a nice little crisscross where they, most cases they're going to get nailed by them twice. So alright, you see we're at 115 defensive units now. I'm going to go ahead and swap on out to my Jester and wreck some things up. Build up some stuff. I want to go ahead and grab my Genie. Even if you only have a very low level Genie, use a Genie. The amount of mana you get back from it is huge, especially in those couple of waves where you're trying to build up. So let's go ahead and, first things first, you want to get all of your tower buff beams maxed out. You don't want to do anything else until the tower buff beams are squared away. See, that will leave me enough to throw 2 upgrades here, I think. The tower buff beams give the really the biggest boost of anything that you have. Get a quick heal off here at the start of the wave. The Jester is wonderful for their wheel heals there. Another interesting point to note is while doing this run, you will get about 300 million mana also. So it's not a complete waste. Buff beams first, all the way up. before you worry about anything. Yeah, you see how quickly I top off on mana with this genie. Also important to note, as you upgrade that genie, don't put it into... Since this is the only thing that I use the genie for, is mana collection in the initial building waves of a map. When I upgrade it, I don't put any points into stats. I put it all into the mana return. And as long as I have something to shoot, I can usually be full of mana within just a couple of seconds. So it makes for some very quick building. Now the reason I choose this map to farm, which I didn't really say why, is the reward for completing it is a weapon specific to the class of the character that you have on in the final wave. So what I'm going to do is right before the final wave is up, I'm going to split screen, and I'm going to hop on both of my monks, my Aura monk and my boost monk. So that's going to allow me 2 chances of that weapon. Now it is a little irritating doing the split screen, but it's way worth it. I couldn't imagine not doing it now. Any map that you do that rewards something upon completion, and it's not just looking for the lucky RNG in your benefit, got to take advantage of that split screen. So I did pretty good. I got all the downstairs buff beams upgraded. Got a good bit of mana laying around that I can run around and collect. Let's go ahead and level 99. So I thought I would never get to it when I first started playing this, but it actually comes quicker than you would think. A little over 1 billion experience left to get to level 100, so getting close. Alright, let's grab some more mana here. Same thing, I don't bother with any repairs. I pop the heal allies on the wheel at the beginning of every wave, and then sometimes during. Oops. Alright, as soon as I get these buff beams finished up, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and add an upgrade to that physical wall. These physical walls take a bit of a beating, so you're going to want to make sure they're all squared away. I'm just going to put the very first upgrade on both physical walls and then those 2 protons. Save enough mana up to pop off your heal at the beginning of the wave to get everything to full. Alright, we should be in good shape for the wave. So, I'm still working on getting these tower buff beams up top. So I'm going to stay at the top until I get that finished. As soon as I get these finished off, I'm going to jump down below to the lower level there. Oops, wrong thing. There we go. I'm going to jump down to the lower level and get my auras and harpoon guns upgraded as well. Now you can do a little tile hopping and hope you get lucky. Depends on how many times you have to grind this, I guess, when you decide whether or not you want to do that. Now another interesting part of this setup is you can actually upgrade both floors' auras from right here at this point. You see, sometimes I upgrade towards the crystal, and then sometimes I'm turning and upgrading back towards the harpoon guns. That's actually hitting those auras up there. So that's nice. You don't have to run too far. You can just do your real quick mana farm there. And I'm just basically going to sit here and spam these in no specific order at all until all of the R's are upgraded. God, I love that genie. As long as you have something to shoot at, you have massive amounts of mana. It's awesome. Alright, so we're getting close to having all the R's squared away. You don't even have to upgrade all the way to full like I am. But of course, if you're doing something, it makes this go by a whole lot quicker and feel less like a grind. So I try to just stay busy and make it go by as quick as I can. Getting to the end of the wave, so let me grab these close by chests here, since they will be despawning. And if you want, you can try a little tile hopping. Slow motion. Slow motion's the crappiest one. But I have gotten the upgrade defensive units before. See, I just got the defensive units increased on that one, which is nice, but unnecessary in this one. I may use that to throw down some traps, though, just to make it that much simpler. Alright, so the wave is complete. I'm not going to do anything with the traps quite yet. I'm just going to get these R's finished off. I've yet to see any transcendent drops just doing this on Nightmare Hardcore. But I think it is a possibility. I did get a nice shield once out of one of the chests. See, not quite enough mana to upgrade that side, so let me grab this chest too. I've done this too many times now. I really would love to get something on my boost monk. Really, the main area I'm lacking there is a decent weapon, which is unfortunate. The boost monk, of course, as you'll see, the amount of damage output that they increase for players and for defenses, depending on what they're boosting, is absolutely ridiculous. Let's see, get that electric aura upgraded since that's doing all the damage. And then just get ready for my wheel. Now normally, I'm going to finish this one out on both of my monks because I'm trying to get monk weapons, of course. But what I would normally do, if I was just farming for any weapon, whatever, I would get the character out on my controller that I know for a fact I want a weapon for, and then I would use the Jester with my keyboard and mouse and run around and wreck things, and then I'd be spamming the kills, kill a percentage of enemies on the wheel, and it makes those last couple of waves go really quick. But since I'm looking for monk pieces, I'm not going to be doing that. Let's see. Alright, my auras are finally finished. Let me throw some upgrades on these harps. Don't even need to get these guys up all the way. I like to throw as many as I can on there, but as I mentioned before, it's mainly just to be doing something. Now, I'm pretty sure if you were going to keep like the Jester out to do some heals, you probably wouldn't even have to upgrade anymore and could finish it just like this, depending on your gear. Yeah, I got the single star on 2 of those guys at least. Run upstairs and do the same thing. You can just basically spam it in no particular order, doesn't matter what you upgrade first, so by all means have at it. Get it going as quick as possible. Got this rocket shooting at me. Alright, so I should be able to get... I'll have all the turrets at least to 1 star before this is over. Let's see. Collect up some more mana here. Let me go ahead and throw one more upgrade on each of these physicals. It is important to get them upgraded because they do end up taking quite the beating in the last couple of waves. So I like to get them upgraded all the way if possible, or close to it. Protons are not as important to get them upgraded all the way, but the more you can, the better off you are. Quite a few ogres come through right on that side. That's why I chose to put those proton beams down right there. Let's see, let's at least get the one in the middle upgraded to full. 30 seconds left. I can go ahead and grab another chest. Now from here, you just need to spam, and you don't even need to. But as I mentioned, I do it just to make the wave go by. Or go AFK, whichever you prefer. Smooth. Very smooth. At least I was able to get rezzed up before the wave started. So I'm going to pop a quick heal. So I'm going to spend this wave just throwing some upgrades on my minions there. I'm just going to spam these 2. They're going to hit walls. They're going to hit all kinds of things. I don't really care. I'm just doing it to be doing something. I want to get at least a full set of mana into each row. And the more the better, of course. Just keep throwing them up. I've never bothered taking them all the way to full, but I like to at least get a couple of upgrades on each minion. Mainly since I'm using them as kind of a wall here. I want to get their health built up a little bit more. See, that spider over here is not upgraded yet. Alright, we're in pretty good shape now. We get one more upgrade on each one of these physicals. And then I'm going to hop downstairs and get things squared away a little bit down there. A little minion buffage going on. This is, it's a fun map to do. So although you are grinding, if you're looking for a weapon, unless you just get really, really lucky, you're not going to get that ultimate palm shot or whatever you're looking for on the first attempt. However, it is possible. I actually got the very first time I ever did this map, I got a ultimate pawn shot. It is currently on my ranger who lays traps for me. So that was very lucky. I have not had such luck on my monk though, and I've done this many, many times. Alright, we're looking pretty good down here. Let me throw a quick heal up. Just to guarantee I've got everything fully juiced up there. No pun intended. Yep, looking good. I'll go ahead and throw another on those protons just because I can. And then basically from here on out I can do whatever. Now during this wave I'm going to go ahead and hit the start button on my controller and switch this over to a split screen. In fact, why don't I just go ahead and do that now, since I got the 45 seconds. That will allow me to get a little bit of a little more XP on my other monk there. See, we're going to bring out my builder, and that is going to inadvertently buff my auras that are currently up. Just going to bring him down and park him right by the crystal there. And then just let this tick off the rest of the way. Let me throw a couple more upgrades downstairs, and then I am probably not going to come down here anymore. The split screen view, of course, cuts your screen in half, so it'd be nice to set it up with dual monitors. I'm not positive if that's possible. I'll have to try it. I do have multiple monitors, but I'm just doing this on one for sake of the video and showing people how to do it. However, I will play with the multiple monitor setup if I continue to farm much. Alright, these guys are really buffed further than they need to be. Let me throw up a quick heal. And then just run upstairs. Now at the end of this wave, I'm going to switch my Jester over to my boost monk. One little trick you can do here is if you come over and dump your mana to your AFK character, who in this case is my boost monk, then I'm going to go ahead and hit the tower boost on my controller. I'm sorry, that is my aura monk. However, I'm just going to go ahead and tower boost with my aura monk, and everything is going to tear stuff up. You see my electric auras hitting for almost 45,000 while the boost is up, so that's awesome. And I'm just going to spam some random upgrades around. And basically just do this for the completion. Now the reason I'm going to split screen it here, you'll see at the end, is the end of the last wave, the reward you get for completing this particular mission or map, quest, whatever the hell it's called. is going to be awarded to both characters, which is awesome. Alright, so my monk is out of... Let me go ahead and dump mana to him again. Get my tower boost rolling one more time. If you want to really tear stuff up, pop your player boost also and hit for like triple damage with your, in this case, my pawn shot. Just wrecking stuff up. Makes it just ridiculous. That's why I want to get that boost monk squared away. Is the boost is so huge from the monks. Although the Jester is nice with being able to heal, do the the AoE heals and everything with the wheel. The group that I play with Toucan Sam, we've already got Jesters in the mix, so we don't need any more Jesters. Although this is my best geared character, I probably will not play him too much anymore, other than to solo. If I do any other videos, it will have Toucan Sam in the mix and him building. So I want to get my boost monk in there to help boost his defenses. And just kill off the rest of this stuff. Gets pretty chaotic at the end, especially with the split screen. Let's just throw some more. You know what? Let me get a full heal in, because I'm going to be switching to my monk for the last wave. Plenty of time left over at the end there to get that heal squared away. And if he stays bugged, and this isn't finished, when my cooldown comes back up, I'll do the kill all. Oh, no, there it is right there. He's bugged up on top of that lamp. Alright. So we got the final wave incoming now. Go ahead and dump my mana here. And I'm going to hop on over to my boost monk. So now I've got 2 monks in the mix. And that is going to up my chances of getting a better weapon, because I'm going to get 2 monk weapons this round. Who do I have out? I've got my seahorse out. Yeah, so I got a DPS pet. I'm not really concerned about mana anymore. I'm just going to throw some boosts around. Let me get my other monk full on mana. That way I can throw that defensive boost on him and help burn this last wave down a little quicker. Does turn into, a bit of a grind. Of course, depending on how lucky you get. Because it is, although you're guaranteed you're going to get a weapon for your class, the quality of it is random. And it can be up to an ultimate. Or an ultimate, at least, is the highest I've seen. I've never seen an ulti plus or anything better than just a standard issue ultimate. Well, I've seen level 90 required and a level 93 required ultimates out of here. So I'm just going to tear stuff up a little bit. And go ahead and get my player R up. Get the hero boost. Wreck some faces up here. Wow, it even boosts my pet. That's awesome. That little seahorse is hitting for 400,000. How kick-ass is that? Just tearing stuff up. I haven't really played this guy much, so I'm not, although I know the boost is huge. So I'm going to go ahead and dump my mana. To my builder, which is boosting my towers as he sits AFK. We're about a third of the way there. Very, very boring to look at. I apologize with the split screen there. Just trying to do this for demonstration purposes. Let's see, let's go and get that player boost going again. The hero boost. Get my pet wrecking stuff again. And I can go ahead and I'll go ahead and pop that tower boost on my other as well. Just really burn through this last wave. Now, if you have all of the classes built up and you still need a weapon on several, the thing to do would be to bring the Jester, as it's random as to which weapon you get. Then you could bring, on your split screen, on your controller, you could bring the character that you want a weapon for the most, and then bring the Jester along and wrecks things, heal things up, so on. Jester's real nice with that kill percentage of enemies on this last wave here, that's for certain. Wrecked on my boost monk. Switch over to the right hand side here and at least gather up some mana. Gather up some mana and see if I can't get a little defensive boost going there just to speed things up. Should be in pretty good shape. Don't have to worry about it. This, dying there is not going to ruin it for you. Alright, let's get a defensive boost going again to clear out this last 50 mobs. We'll do it quickly. Hopefully there's no bugs. No bugged spiders kicking it anywhere on the bottom there. Looks like we're going to be able to finish it off here pretty quickly. There we go, so that's the end. Now you notice on my screen, 2 Gambler's Polearms. The other things you get are kind of random and not exceptional. You have a chance of getting some decent items. So let me go ahead and get my split screen controller character out of there. Then I want to go take a look in my item box and see what I got. See, 2 Gambler's Polearms. Looks like I'm going to be running it again. Any mythical quality? That one's going to get sold. So I'm certain this one is, yeah, it's a piece of crap too. But anyway, there's weapon farming in Dungeon Defenders on King's Game Nightmare Hardcore. Thanks for watching. Please click that like button and subscribe to the channel. Thanks again.